Hey guys, so I'm here with baby Lizzie, and let me get this adjusted a little bit better for you guys. Yeah. Anyway, so I have baby Lizzie here, and I wanted to go ahead and get her changed out, and probably do a little something to her hair while I talk to you guys. I know you guys haven't seen her in a while, so I just wanted to change her on camera. I did do a few videos, but they really didn't come out so great, so we're gonna give it a go. Yeah, give it a go right now. She's already had a bottle, so she's kind of went out sleeping. I was trying on her with this blue passy. That's Playtex, I think. So yeah, but yeah, I know some people was talking about they were trying to decide if they want to get a partial silicone for their first baby or a full body, and I think I replied to a few of them, but I wanted to, you know, kind of discuss it a little bit in video. You know, when you're deciding on partials, because now the partials can be as expensive as a full body. You just have to decide, like, depending on what you're going into the silicone for. If you want a really cute, nice, pretty, painted, you know, well painted silicone baby, and you not sure if you're gonna love the feel of the silicone or not, I say go with a partial. Just get a really nice partial. Your first experience can be everything for you, determining factor on if you like silicone or not. Because if you get your first time around, you get a really, if painting is a big deal for you, okay, if painting is a big deal for you and realism is a big deal for you, and you try to cut corners and your first time you get a silicone and you get one that's not nicely done, it's gonna ruin that experience for you. You're gonna feel like all silicones, you know, are not gonna look nice, they're not gonna be nicely painted, etc., etc. So my advice to you would be get a partial if that's gonna save you money, and get one that's nicely done. You know what I mean? If you have to pay $2,500 to $3,000 on a partial versus, you know, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a really nicely done full body, I personally would just go with the the partial, just because I've seen some that was like horribly painted, and I'm like, if I had gotten that first, you know, one like that first, I would have felt, you know, some type of way. And I'm not saying that it has to be a clear Teledol, because there are other good painters out there. I'm just saying, just, you know, get you a nicely painted one. If painting is a big deal for you. If painting is not a big deal for you and you just want to go for the feel of it, then ask around and find out about the ones that have the really nicely poured silicone that feels good, and then just go with that. And then you can like get a full body at that point, because then you can find full bodies in a lower price range that might not be as painted as nicely, but poured nice. And I'm just looking her over, as I always do with my babies. Sorry, I'm just inspecting her face and hands and all that stuff. Every time I change my babies, I do this. You don't have to do this with your own babies, but it's just something I do. I look them over, just because I want to make sure that there's, you know, everything is still intact, that they're still in good condition, etc., etc. Because I don't change my babies that often. So when you guys see me changing them on camera, sometimes they don't get changed for another, you know, 3 weeks or so. So I look them over then, even though I'm doing a video, because I don't know when the next time it is I'll change them. Sometimes I change them more frequently. So but yeah, I think that for me, I get just as much enjoyment out of my partial babies as I do my full body babies, to be honest. I know everybody's all hyped up about, yeah, you could put them in the bathtub and you can, you know, with the full bodies, and then they can wear just, you know, a diaper and all that. And to be honest, I mean, I probably am a little different from most people, because I see a lot of collectors like to dress their babies up and put them on cute clothes and stuff. I really like to see my dolls painting, so I don't put my babies on a whole lot of clothes usually. So I do actually take advantage of just the diaper thing. But a lot of people, you know, be honest, if you be honest with yourself, how often do you just put your baby in a diaper? So and then with the cloth body, you can put them in just a diaper and a t-shirt. But and if they have a belly plate, you know, even more fun, which I don't really care for belly plates a whole lot. I do like the way the Rachel Farrell baby's belly plate is, though. Like the half plate. Now I do like those, but I can do without a belly plate, seriously, big time, because I don't like them as much. But I do enjoy my partial babies just as much as my full body babies, sometimes more. Jade is an exception, and that's just because she has all these different features to her, to where I get to pose her as much as I want to. I get to do a lot of stuff with her that, you know, just like an average silicone baby, full body baby probably wouldn't be able to do. But just on just like my basic full body silicone babies versus my my partials, yeah, I can enjoy them just as much, because my whole thing is I just like the way that the silicone looks and feel, but mostly the feel and the cuddle factor and stuff like that is big for me with the silicone. And so I like to pose my babies a lot for pictures and stuff like that. So the partials, just, it's like I get to get the best of both worlds. And when they're nicely painted, it's like having a reborn. So a soft reborn. Just a little poo. All right. So I'm just trying to still keep her in the frame for you guys. And this is her little bib. This little outfit came from Auntie Patricia. Sent this a while back, and she's wore it before, but I wanted to put it on her again because it's starting to get cool. So I said I'll put her on this, even though I'd be liking to see her legs. I love to see her little legs and stuff. But, and she got the little bandana type bib, which I think is so adorable. And it's got, there we go. So yeah, that's Miss Lizzie. She's a little long bird. I'll take this passy out of her mouth. Take the passy out of my mouth, mama. Let me see. I'll try to get it where the camera can focus on her. There you go. So you guys can see. Zoom in a little more. And you can see her little hair. But yeah, I'm always checking my babies over. And I just try not to overdo it with my babies. Like, as much as I love them and stuff like that, I do try to keep in mind that they are, you know, delicate, hand painted, you know, dolls. They're not real. But although I say that, I do want to enjoy them. And I hate for artists to say, you know, you're not supposed to play with the dolls. You know, it's like, yeah, but you guys know we spend this type of money. We want to be able to dress them and stuff like that. I just like to make sure that I get babies that's, you know, quality made, and paint is and everything is intact and gonna stay intact. Even if I do want to dress them, you know, if I want to dress her every day, I feel confident that I can do that without her, you know, losing paint and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily gonna do it. I just want to be able to have the option, if that makes sense. Just like with Jade, you know, I know that I can rinse her off and put her in the bath, despite what some people, you know, have, you know, say or whatever. I trust, you know, Claire Taylor word, and, you know, she's very experienced in the silicone and stuff, and she, in her care instructions, I mean, it says it's okay to rinse her off. I mean, you wouldn't bathe her every day, because why would you? So, and I don't like scrub her or wipe, you know, I just rinse her off. And her matting and everything stays intact. It's just that I just, you know, I don't want to do it all the time, because again, she is still a hand painted doll. But yeah, and she doesn't get tacky or get a lot of lint on her, so I don't have to rinse her off, you know, so frequently. So I don't. But I have put her, you guys have seen 2 videos of her where she's been wet. She's had a little rinse off. And I call them baths in the videos, but they're usually just rinsed off, because I don't really put any type of soap or anything. I just put a little water and, you know, keep it going. But yeah, so yeah, don't feel like you're gonna be missing out on a whole lot if all you can afford is a cloth body. Cloth bodies are great. They're really great, really, really great. I mean, you really don't know the difference until you like change their diaper, or even like little, because she's full arms and full legs. Even when I put her on little sundresses, she still can wear little sundresses and stuff like that. That's just, you know, the only thing you can't do is like put their whole body in the bath. And you still can wipe, you know, do sponge baths and stuff like that if you want to, which is cool. And especially like when you get ready to rinse their hair out and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about it, you know, because if it run on them, they can get wet, you know. So I don't know, I'm a big fan. If I could have more partial silicone babies, I would have more partials than I would full body. I just like having like a girl and a boy in the full body. But after that, like if I could collect, if partials were still the prices that it used to be, they used to be like, you know, anywhere from between $1,000 and let's say $1,800. Now they're more like from $1,500 and up. Is, you know, they used to be so much more affordable, because when they first came out, that was the whole thing that people were saying, that they wanted to make them, you know, more cuddly, and they wanted to be able to make them affordable. because people couldn't afford the full body. Well, that went out the window as soon as it became real popular. Somebody jacked the price up, and once that one person jacked the price up, everybody else decided they were gonna jack the price up too. So they've went up big time. So now they cost basically what a full body used to cost. But anyway, we're gonna go, and I do appreciate you guys coming to watch me and this little girl, and we'll talk to you guys very soon in another video. Bye bye. Bye bye. Even though she's sleeping.